new user interface techniques. We want to talk about swipeable vertical video and 3D avatars and the things that really excite us, volumetric tracking.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Tom McDonnell, Monte Rosa CEO, not because we want to talk about interactive fan engagement, but because we're talking about a new event that Tom has organized. So Tom, explain please.
Thanks, Carlo. So we were sitting around about 6 months ago and we were actually looking at our own marketing plan. You and I meet up at many of the events that we go to around the world, and we like them and they're very useful, and we meet a lot of people and we learn new things every time. So there's no problem with that in sport and media, the crossover areas. But as product people, we didn't feel, we were trying to identify where people like us went in sports and media broadly. Like where's the one place, if we had to just go to one event, what would it be? And we couldn't pick. Because the truth is that the intersection between people who go to those events and what we define, I mean, I'm using the term product people. I mean, people maybe a product interest, product management, design, engineering, people actually make software products. We couldn't pick one because the truth is that most of those events are not really designed for people like that. We do participate, but there's a very small percentage. And we thought, well, is that a gap? Should we maybe consider trying something? And we thought, well, it'd be good to give something a shot. So we pitched the board the idea of putting a little bit of money into an experiment, which quickly went from an experiment to a fully fledged event. So it's called Product Byte. It's as I say, it's a bit of a reaction to, I think, the lack of product orientated event. And what we're trying to do is create a community strand, an event, maybe some content around it as well, where we bring people together to talk about the business of making things. Hopefully it'll be a creative discussion as well as a strategic discussion, not to diminish the importance of strategy, but we want to talk about, new user interface techniques. We want to talk about swipeable vertical video and 3D avatars and the things that really excite us, volumetric tracking, gamification, points versus currency, these kind of debates that actually stimulate ideas and vision for new products or new product features. That's what we're trying to do. So it's called Product Byte and it's in Liverpool in November.
Which day exactly in November? Because I posted about it and I did it wrong.
You did. It's on the 9th.
Okay.
It's on the 9th in Liverpool. I mean, this is where I am. Monte Rosa's HQ is in Merseyside, and although we are scattered around the world, we're starting at home, and there's a great community around the Northwest in general, because of course you've got Manchester, Leeds and other places. So we're starting at home, and it's on the 9th.
And it's just to be clear, it's not a Monte Rosa event, it's an event for the industry. Can you tell me who else is participating?
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, it's basically funded by Monte Rosa, but we're not looking at it that way. It's a community event. We've got our friends at Storyteller from Glasgow. You might have seen that. Well, you've definitely seen their product integrated into very high-profile Federation League apps. They're the people who power the vertical video and story functionality. We've got our friends at Move AI.
Wow.
The mocap guys doing great work. We've got friends at Satisfy as well, the AI company, who are going to come and give us some lessons on hallucinations and how to avoid them and so on. And we've got a couple of others lined up as well, who we're confirming. And then we've got, I say friends, our work colleagues in companies, LFC coming down. We've got people from ITV coming, we've got people from Fanatics coming. Hopefully a lot more England rugby are coming along. So mostly people that we know, but then a bit further.
If someone wants to participate, they should contact you. or maybe we will put the link of the website, right?
Yeah, we're just talking to people who are interested in if they've got something cool to show or talk about. Richard Scudamore has very kindly offered to come and host one or two of the panels. We've got a whole load of people coming, but we want and we need more. It's designed to be a sort of inspirational discussion event as much as it is a showcase. There's no sales going on. There's nobody pitching anyone. We're just there to talk about stuff.
In general, remember we discussed the vendor side of the market. This is never discussed because on one end, everybody thinks everybody else is a competitor, but I think that's a very narrow-minded approach to business because you don't grow as a sector if you don't move together. It's like in music, if musicians don't do things together, don't play together, you don't create a scene. You will have scattered people playing similar music. I think it's kind of it's not super simple it's a difficult pitch, but I think if you want to progress as a sector, you need to act as a sector, not just as individuals. I think that's crucial. And in general, vendor related, I know vendor is not great, whatever, supply, our part of the business related discussion are very often done one-on-one or, so I agree, there's no stage on one end to talk about product, but also, sometimes not only product per se, but the mechanic of the industry. It's rare that you see on a panel discussing how our clients are going from, internalizing to having integrator with external partners, even this kind of mechanic, which maybe is not like at the center of the stage in this case, but this is also, in my opinion, kind of conversation that we should have at some point and not only one-on-one.
Well, it may turn out to be a really key point because the truth is that all successful media products are an amalgamation of other technologies.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really builds stuff from the ground up anymore. They're using libraries, they're using SDKs, they're using systems, cloud. There's an amalgamation, but that rarely gets talked about. Mm-hmm. Genuinely, how feasible is it to integrate components, and what sort of interoperability standards should we be looking at, and what are the considerations? And nobody's really talking about that at these events because it's too boring for people. It's not boring. Not boring for me, and it's not boring for a lot of people either. Yeah.
I agree. Okay, cool. So I'll be there. So let's hope we attract more people with this boring conversation.
Believe me, there's going to be nothing.
Come to Liverpool.
And there is also the after party, which we start at, I think, about 5 o'clock in what we're calling the progress bar.
Okay.
There's 8 bits in the product Byte. Just for you. There's drinks at the end, and then we'll cart off for dinner somewhere in town. So very much looking forward to it. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
And I need a list of record stores in Liverpool because last time I went randomly. And this time I want to be prepared.
Sadly, fewer than there were, but there's still a couple out there.
Okay. Va bene. See you in Liverpool. Thank you, Tom.
Cheers, Carlo. See you later. Bye.